Hello, I'm Dr. Ian. For over 3 decades, I've worked with thousands of older adults, men and women who, by all external measures, appeared healthy. They were eating right, walking daily, taking their vitamins and following doctors' orders. Yet many of them still declined too early, slipping away before reaching their 82nd birthday. As a doctor dedicated to helping people not just live longer but live fully, I had to ask, what are we missing? It's not heart disease, cancer or strokes, though those are certainly common causes. It's something quieter, something we've been trained to ignore. After years of clinical observation and deep research, I've identified a neglected but essential factor in vibrant aging: the loss of physical pleasure and connection to one's body. This may sound unconventional, perhaps even uncomfortable. But hear me out, because this truth can save years of your life and fill them with more joy than you ever thought possible. The silent epidemic. No one talks about. In my consultations with seniors in their 70s and 80s, I often detect an invisible weight behind their eyes. A sadness, a resignation. Many are physically active, mentally sharp, but emotionally distant. After deeper conversations, one quiet truth surfaces again and again: they've lost connection with their bodies. Not just physically, but emotionally and sensually. We don't often talk about this in medical circles, but the data is clear. The gradual loss of intimacy, touch and sensual self-expression as we age is one of the most underestimated drivers of physical and emotional decline. It leads to loneliness, depression, disrupted sleep, hormonal imbalance and diminished circulation, critical pillars of overall health. Yet many older adults have been misled by damaging societal messages that intimacy is only for the young and that seeking pleasure after 60 is somehow inappropriate. Nothing could be further from the truth. Pleasure is not a luxury. It's a vital sign. The body was designed for connection. Touch, intimacy, and yes, even solo expressions of pleasure are biologically wired into us as restorative mechanisms. They are not optional or shameful. They are as essential as a movement or nourishment. After age 60, our bodies begin to naturally decline in circulation, hormonal production, muscle tone, and neurological function. However, I've seen firsthand how regular physical pleasure, including masturbation, can slow or even reverse some of these changes. When a senior engages in sexual expression, even without a partner, the body responds with measurable improvements: increased blood flow to the brain, heart, and extremities, release of endorphins, reducing stress and supporting better sleep, a boost in testosterone, helping preserve muscle, bone, and vitality, stimulation of multiple brain regions, enhancing memory and cognitive sharpness. In simple terms, physical pleasure keeps the brain flexible, the emotions balanced, and the body alive. I've watched patients light up after reconnecting with this side of themselves, more optimistic, more creative, more energetic. The emotional breakthrough. The impact of physical pleasure isn't just biological, it's emotional. Choosing to care for your body in this way is a statement: I still matter, I am still capable of joy, I'm still alive. Sadly, many seniors resist this part of healing because of long-held beliefs. Some were raised to believe that self-touch is immoral. Others feel it's selfish or that they're too old for that now. But those myths are damaging. They rob good people of energy, confidence, and self-worth. Let me say this clearly. There is no expiration date on your right to feel connected to your own body. Your body is still worthy of affection, care, and enjoyment. The restoration method: a path back to life. When I began helping older patients reconnect with this lost part of themselves, I realized that encouragement alone wasn't enough. They needed structure. So I developed what I now call the restoration method, a gentle, step-by-step approach tailored for aging bodies. Here's how it works. 1. Preparation. Create a space where you feel safe and relaxed. This might be your bedroom, a quiet bath, or even a recliner with dim lighting. Have a quality lubricant available, set the temperature right, and eliminate distractions. These are small, loving messages to your body that say, you matter. 2. Relaxation. Begin with deep breathing. Let the muscles soften, release tension slowly. This isn't a race, it's an invitation for your nervous system to relax. 3. Awakening. Gently touch areas of the body often ignored: the chest, belly, inner thighs. No judgment, just curiosity. Let your body respond, even if only subtly. 4. Focus stimulation. When ready, allow arousal to build with slow, mindful touch. This isn't about reaching a goal. It's about enjoying the process and sensation. 5. Integration. When finished, take a moment to reflect. You've just given your body something profoundly healing. Breathe it in. Let it nourish you. This method isn't about chasing youthful pleasure. It's about meeting yourself where you are, with compassion, patience, and presence. Even a small reconnection can spark noticeable improvements in sleep, mood, and motivation. The roadblocks and how to overcome them. Let's be honest, this journey isn't always smooth. Many seniors hit obstacles, some emotional, some practical. The most common I've seen include unrealistic expectations. Healing takes time. You won't feel 25 again overnight, but you don't need to. Even subtle sensations and increased awareness are victories. Inconsistency. Just like exercise or diet, progress depends on regularity. Don't wait for the mood. Set time aside 2 or 3 times a week, gently and intentionally. Performance pressure. Let go of the idea that every session must succeed. There is no finish line here. Every moment of presence and sensation is a win. Shame, this one runs deep. If you hear an inner voice saying, "I shouldn't need this," respond with love. That voice is old programming. You are not broken. You are human. A new vision for aging. Reclaiming this connection isn't about returning to who you were. It's about embracing who you are now, with all the wisdom, experience, and beauty that come with age. I've seen men and women in their 70s, 80s, even 90s awaken a spark they thought had long gone out. That spark becomes energy. That energy becomes health. Remember, your story isn't over. Your body still has gifts to give you. Don't let outdated beliefs or cultural silence rob you of this season of joy. Final thoughts. You are still alive. You deserve to feel good in your body. You deserve touch, pleasure, laughter, and rest. These things don't belong only to the young. They are birthrights of every human being, including you. The truth is, many people pass away before 82, not because their organs gave up, but because they did, emotionally, spiritually, sensually. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can reclaim your vitality. You can choose to feel alive again. And it starts not with medication or surgeries, but with awareness, compassion, and one brave step toward yourself. Start small. Stay consistent. Be gentle. The journey back to yourself is one of the greatest gifts you can give, not just to your body, but to your soul. Your story is still being written. Let's write it with strength, tenderness, and the fullness you were meant to enjoy.